All right, fellas, let's talk about women. Because here's the thing, women want you to approach them, but they're not gonna wave a giant sign saying, "Hey, come talk to me." Nope, they drop little hints, and if you miss those hints, you might miss your shot. So today, I'm breaking down the real signs she's hoping you'll walk over and say something. No fluff, no mind games, just clear signals you can actually spot. Ready? Let's go. Sign number 1. Arching back or adjusting posture. It's amazing how the body speaks before a single word is ever said. When she subtly arches her back, straightens her posture, or adjusts the way she's sitting or standing, it's rarely just about comfort, it's about presence. This shift is often unconscious, but it's powerful. She's making herself look more confident, more poised, and more noticeable, especially if you've just walked into the room or made eye contact. That slight lift in her chest, the way she squares her shoulders, or even how she tilts her hips, it's her body's way of saying, "I'm here, and I want you to see me." This kind of body language signals that she's aware of you, and possibly trying to highlight her femininity in a quiet but meaningful way. It's not loud or flashy, but it's deliberate enough to catch your eye. If you notice this paired with other signs, like playful glances or a soft smile, don't overthink it. She's likely hoping you'll pick up on the vibe and make a move. Number 2, moving closer or entering your personal space. Picture this. You're standing at a social event, maybe near the bar or by the food table, and she keeps showing up in your area. Even though the room has plenty of space, she might not say anything right away, but she stands just a little closer than necessary, brushes past you lightly, or ends up sitting near you when there were other spots available. That's no accident. When someone moves into your personal space like that, especially more than once, it's a strong sign of interest. She's not just being friendly, she's creating opportunities for connection. Whether it's reaching for something right beside you, standing close enough to bump shoulders, or leaning in a bit more when she speaks, these are all her ways of breaking the invisible barrier and letting you know she's open to interaction. Her presence becomes consistent, almost like a quiet magnet pulling her into your orbit, hoping you'll take the hint and make the first move. 3. Playing with her hair or preening. Confidence doesn't always shout. Sometimes it plays with a strand of hair or smooths down a sleeve. When she's touching or twirling her hair, adjusting her clothes, or lightly fixing her appearance, it's often much more than just a habit. These small, seemingly casual actions are subtle forms of preening, movements that show she's aware of you and wants to look her best in your presence. Twisting her hair around her finger, brushing it over her shoulder, or even gently biting her lip while doing so are all ways to grab your attention without saying a word. It's flirty, feminine, and intentional. Even adjusting a strap, tugging at her top, or checking her reflection on her phone sends the message, "I care how I look, especially right now." If these actions happen after eye contact or while she's glancing at you, it's a strong sign she's inviting you to engage. She's setting the stage, hoping you'll walk into the moment with confidence. The triple glance. There's something magnetic about that moment, when her eyes find yours, drift away, and then come back for a second look. That triple glance isn't just coincidence, it's a silent signal, and it's loaded with curiosity. She's checking to see if you're paying attention, if you notice her, and most importantly, if you'll do something about it. It's not just about eye contact, it's about intent. That quick look away says, "I'm a little shy," and that second look back says, "But I hope you see me." If this happens more than once, paired with a soft smile or open body language, take it as a green light. Confidence doesn't mean being loud. It means picking up on moments like this and moving with purpose. Match her energy with a warm smile. Hold her gaze for just a second longer, and keep your approach natural. You don't need a clever line, just something honest like, "Hey, I noticed you from across the room and had to come say hi." That simple sentence can open the door she's been quietly waiting for you to walk through. Number 5. Facing you directly. The body has a way of revealing interest even when the lips stay silent. One of the clearest signals she wants you to approach her is how she positions herself in the room. If her feet, knees, or torso are all angled toward you, even when she's talking to someone else, it means you have her attention. This kind of orientation shows she's engaged and mentally focused on you, whether she's ready to speak or just waiting to see if you will. For instance, you might be at a cafe or a party, and while she's chatting with a friend or scrolling through her phone, her legs are crossed in your direction, her body leans slightly toward where you are, and she doesn't seem to shift away, even when there's plenty of space to do so. That's not just random positioning. She's facing you because you're the one she's most curious about in that moment. It's subtle, it's low pressure, but it's intentional, and it often means she's hoping you'll come over and start a conversation. 6. Initiating light touches. Some signals don't need volume. They just need a single, well-placed touch. When she reaches out with a gentle touch on your arm, shoulder, or even your hand during conversation, it's rarely just casual. That kind of contact is intentional, and it speaks volumes about how comfortable she feels around you. It's her way of bridging the physical gap, of creating closeness in a soft and natural way. For example, imagine you're sharing a laugh, and she lightly taps your arm while smiling. That's not just reacting to the joke, that's her testing the waters, seeing how you respond to closeness. Or maybe she brushes something off your sleeve, or places her hand on your shoulder during a compliment. Those moments aren't random. They're signals wrapped in touch, showing trust, attraction, and a subtle push for deeper connection. If she initiates physical contact in a calm, friendly way, chances are she's open to more interaction and is hoping you'll notice the warmth she's offering. 7. Lingering around. Picture this. The conversation ends, people start to drift away, and yet, she lingers. Maybe she's pretending to check her phone, slowly finishing her drink, or casually standing off to the side while others head out. She's not in a rush, and it's not because she has nowhere to go. She's waiting for you to say something, to notice that she didn't walk off with the rest of the group. Lingering is one of those quiet, underrated signs of interest. It means she's giving you a window, a perfect moment where the noise dies down and the chance to connect becomes clearer. She's making herself available without forcing it, hoping that you'll pick up on the opportunity she's creating, whether it's after a casual meetup, a work function, or even a class. If she sticks around after the natural endpoint, she's likely hoping the story doesn't end there. All it takes is a simple, confident move to turn that quiet moment into something more. Number 8. Glancing at you from her group. Amid the laughter and noise of a group, the eyes often tell the real story. When she's surrounded by friends but keeps stealing glances in your direction, it's a sign that her attention is somewhere else, on you. She might be laughing at a joke in her circle, but if her gaze keeps drifting past her companions to find you in the crowd, that's not by accident. This behavior says, "I see you, even with all this going on around me." It's her quiet way of showing interest without stepping out of her comfort zone. For example, imagine you're at a social event and she's across the room with friends, talking and smiling. But every few minutes, you catch her eyes flicking toward you, maybe even followed by a soft smile or a quick glance away when she notices you looking back. That's your cue. She's mentally stepping out of her group to check your vibe, hoping you'll notice and bridge the gap. And if her friends start glancing your way too, that's a clear invitation. If you've made it this far, now you know. Women don't always say it out loud, but their body language can tell you everything. The signs are there if you pay attention. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a video.